little Terminator. He has a red eye, so I'm going to put a red eye into his eye. So I'm just going to start. And so that, since the eye is basically lit up with a light, I'm going to go ahead and go nice and bright with that right now. Because you want to work out your brightest brights early on, such as this highlight. So I've got the brush hardness set at 83% because I'm just going in. I'm jumping around, but I'm adding a little bit of the detail into the Terminator eye just to start picking up on some of these highlights, and because it's going to help dictate where I go with the other portion of the painting on Stan's face. And so I'm just go ahead and adding these highlights really more carefully than I've been adding color, because I know there's some hard edges here. And what I did, I picked a neutral white here. I have a series of off-whites that I've created. This one has a little bit of blue in it, some have a little more yellow in it. Generally, when you're painting human face, you don't want to use true black, and you don't want to use true white anywhere. Here and there, maybe for like a highlight, you can use pure white, but generally you don't want to use pure black when you're painting flesh, because it will gray it out and you lose that life. You take the life away when you do that. So now we've got some nice depth going in this Terminator eye, which I was hoping would happen, and kind of liking where that's at. And I've noticed now that my ear that I had drawn is not coming out as much as it is over here on Stan's. I'm losing some of that nice little anatomy there. So I'm going, and this is also why I like to paint in one layer. I'm going to go ahead and draw a marquee. Select the little marquee tool and just draw in a box over his face, and go up to filter and drag down to liquefy again. And I'm just going to try to pull out a little bit of the drawing here. I've lost some of the anatomy that I will have to probably repaint in, but that's okay. Photoshop can handle that task. And just kind of tweaking that shape just a little bit, and the hair a little bit. I think that's pretty good. Hit OK. Boom. All right. And Command D will deselect that marquee. And it's a good idea to, step back, look at everything, shrink that down, see if you notice any imperfections. And I think it's looking pretty good. So back to the painting. All right, speaking of highlights, one of the lighter things on this piece is Stan's hair. So I talked about custom brushes, and hopefully by the end of it I will figure out how to make adjustments with my brushes.